A duck painted a cannon with a coat of clear, glossy paint, and to everyone's shock, the cannon vanished instantly. Not long before that, the duck had painted the same cannon in bright, colorful stripes. When the officer saw it, he was furious and stormed over, grabbing the duck by the collar. "What have you done?" he barked. The duck quickly tried to explain that it was just camouflage. That only made the officer angrier. Thinking fast, the duck bolted back to his lab. He dipped his finger into a new batch of freshly mixed paint, and his finger turned completely invisible. Overjoyed, the duck wasted no time covering the entire cannon in the same paint. He grinned, imagining the officer's praise. But when he finished, the officer froze in disbelief. The cannon was gone. Panicking, the officer rushed forward to inspect, and smacked straight into it with a loud clang. The duck burst out laughing, rolling on the ground. That's when the officer finally realized what had happened. He blew into the cannon's barrel in frustration, and the blast of air sent the duck tumbling right into the bucket of invisible paint. Now the duck had vanished too, leaving only a trail of faint, see-through footprints on the ground. The officer gave chase, but the duck sprinted into a flower garden and disappeared completely. Unable to see him, the officer started yanking up flowers and throwing them everywhere. Then thunk, a flower landed right on the duck, revealing his outline. The officer lunged forward. The duck dodged and slipped away again. The officer kept hurling flowers wildly, not realizing his superior officer was walking by. The commander stopped, stunned by the scene. The officer stammered out an explanation, but before he could finish, the duck poked him from behind with a cactus spine. The officer howled in pain and took off after the duck, only to fall into one of the duck's traps, a slick slide that sent him tumbling straight into the armory. In a panic, he grabbed a handful of grenades and started throwing them randomly. Boom, boom, several trees went flying. The commander dove for cover behind one of them. When the officer came charging out, the commander reached out to stop him, but just then, the duck's invisible footprints appeared again on the ground. There was no time to explain. The officer raised another grenade to throw. The two men wrestled furiously, and in the scuffle, the commander's sword was drawn. The duck seized the chance and jabbed him again with the cactus spine. An instant later, kaboom! Every grenade went off at once, throwing the entire camp into chaos. When the dust finally settled, the officer was locked up in a jail cell, while the duck was promoted for inventing the army's first invisible paint.